Hey guys, let's take a look at your work for today. So just like before, you have a slideshow. I expect you to read through the slideshow by yourself. I'm just going to touch on a couple points for a few new things today. So let's remember synchronous versus asynchronous. Synchronous happens with me on Zoom and in the morning. So if you are on Schoology in the afternoon, you are asynchronous. You are independent right now by yourself, and it should be afternoon. So since this is the video for the asynchronous lesson, let's take a look. Now I am going to say today my synchronous lesson is different than my asynchronous. They're not the same. So you need to make sure you're clicking the right one for whatever class you are in or were supposed to be in. So the asynchronous agenda for today is you're going to review the learning expectations. You have some bell work. You're going to turn in your keyboard, your paper keyboard, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. And then you are going to do some missing work, okay? If you have finished all your missing work, you can play typing.com games. So my asynchronous learning expectations for you are to be on time. Make sure you are going to your afternoon classes at the correct time. Check the schedule. Get your work done before the end of class. Responsibility, read and watch all updates posted by teachers. Go to all your classes on Schoology every day and check those overdue and upcoming boxes for assignments. I do expect you to participate in by completing all of your assignments each day, responding to any polls and discussions, and completing any overdue or missing work. It is expected that you will email your teacher if you need help in terms of communication. And if your teacher's having office hours and you need help, go to them. So you are watching this on, some of you might be watching this on my office hours day. Some of you might not be. Remember, my office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1:30 to 3. I do, for quality, expect that you read all directions, do the work to the best of your ability, and complete all parts of the assignment. And when your teacher returns an assignment, that you check for comments and feedback. Your homework is anything not completed in either your asynchronous or synchronous classes, it becomes homework. So if you're in my first hour class and you're watching this, then you do your asynchronous learning on B days, and that's at 2:10 to 3:10. If you are in my 7th hour, you do your asynchronous learning on A days, and that's also 2:10 to 3:10. So the time is the same for both of my classes, the day just switches. So here is your bell work for today. It's a little different. So what I want you to do is when you log into Clever and go to typing.com, we're going to go to something called problem keys, okay? So I show in this little picture where problem keys is found, and you're going to work on your top 2, 3, and 5 problem keys. And remember, when we do bell work, we do bell work for 10 minutes. So you are going to start this timer once you're all set up and ready to go. Start the timer and then just leave your volume on. And when you hear that alarm go off, you know it's been 10 minutes. So I purposely put this little "don't look at me" Bitmoji, because you shouldn't be on this slide checking your time. You just keep typing and listen for that 10 minutes. So I am going to show you really quickly where problem keys are. Once you get into, let's remember how we get to typing.com through Clever. Click the Clever button, type in our school, Eunice. We are the 2nd Eunice on there. Okay, and then you click on typing.com. I'm going to do this the wrong way. Don't watch. Because if I sign in through typing.com that way, it shows you my teacher page, and we don't need to see my teacher page right now. We need to see a student page. This is not how you sign in. I repeat, this is not how you sign in. If you sign in this way, I will not see your work, and you will have to do it again. Don't do what I'm doing right now. This is just so I can show you a student account. Okay, so we are in typing.com now. Normally you have all of your beginner lessons. This is what you're working on, but today we're not going to be for bell work. We're not going to be on a beginner lesson. You're going to go down, 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 all the way to the bottom of this. Under typing practice, it says your problem keys. Okay, so you have 3 choices: your top 2 keys, your top 3 keys, your top 5 keys. These are different for each person. So these are the keys that when you're in typing.com, these are the letters that you seem to get wrong the most. So typing.com keeps track of every single thing you type. And so for me, it looks like I get the letters B and Y wrong most often. My top 3 worst keys are B, Y, and L. My top 5 worst keys are B, Y, L, I, Z. So what you're going to do is you're just going to keep doing these over and over and over for the 10 minutes. So when I start my top 2, I see that it's a 1-minute test, okay? So you're going to do this basically 10 times. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to practice those keys. There might be some letters in here you're like, Mrs. Kessler, we haven't learned these letters yet. That's okay. All right. Just do it over and over again until you hear that timer go off. Okay. So once the timer has gone off, you've typed for 10 minutes, you are good to move on. That means your fingers are warmed up. We always want to warm up our fingers before we start anything, and just to build that muscle memory once again. So, okay, there we go. So your assignment today is you have to catch up on your missing work. Make sure you look at that keyboarding assignments list in Schoology. It's under the purple button for the previous assignments folder. And check your Student Connect if you see you have any missing work, or finish any missing or unfinished work. There we go. And when you're done, then you can go to the next slide. Now I am going to back up in the agenda. I'm just going to do it this way. Let's go back to our agenda. Oopsies, wrong one. Asynchronous agenda. It does say in there you're going to turn in your keyboard. In the Schoology folder for today, there is a separate video. It's much shorter. It's just a little video that shows you how to take a picture of your keyboard and turn it into me so that I can grade your paper keyboard, okay? We are going to turn that in about 3 times, this card marking. So 3 or 4 times. So this is the first time you're turning it in. So you need to watch that little video and follow those directions and make sure your keyboard gets turned in, okay? Once you have completed all of your assignments, then you can move on to that last slide, and it tells you what to do now that you're done. And then you have your upcoming work. If you still aren't finished with missing work, you need to keep going. And then tomorrow we have a Zoom together, okay? So make sure you read through this by yourself. If you need something from me, come to office hours, but get that keyboard turned in, do your ball work, and get all of your missing assignments turned in. That's your work for today, okay? I will talk to you tomorrow. I will see you in our Zoom. Bye.